we're going to find out if we can build and paint an ultramarine for under £50.
I had to go to the Team U power. All right, okay. £2.46 for a can.
£2.46 for a can of spray paint.
He's already been scanned. He's literally already been scanned.
How do you forget a brush? You had 50 quid, Joe.
That's absolutely mental.
I'm misunderstood.
You've been led astray.
Well, it's not the only thing I've forgotten, so let's keep going.
Are ultramarines Cantor blue?
What? Sorry, where's all these rules come from all of a sudden?
Rules! They come from the rules! Hello everyone, and welcome to Paint Perspective, episode 113. In this episode, we're going to find out if we can build and paint an ultramarine for under £50. We did the £100 challenge last time. It's the rematch, £50 edition. But of course, we'll be getting to that later in the show. Welcome back, Joe.
Thank you. Worth noting, I'm only here because Paul's on holiday. So I was the second drafted in. Actually, no, I was always supposed to be on this one, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I think. I'm talking rubbish. Yeah, never mind. It's the next one. Spoilers. I'm on the next one as well. And that's because Paul's on holiday. Yeah.
People like it when you're on the show.
Yeah. I'm sure they do. I think you do this every time though.
It's deflection, isn't it? Yeah.
You try and overdo it so they get sick of me. Whereas I'm like, no, give them less.
No obituary hat this week though.
No, just
always leave them wanting more.
What hat am I wearing? The Coming Strife.
I can't read that.
The Coming Strife, I think it is. Yeah. Forgot what hat I was wearing for a second. So
how does the hats work? Is it? I'm picturing like a SpongeBob scenario where you have like.
Mate, I just wake up and put a hat on. I'm still growing my hair. Obviously, you can see it out the back. This is what the people are here for. I'm still growing my hair. My barber is back from travelling now, though, so the option to get a cut is now there again.
Exciting.
People will remember.
Couldn't use any other barber. Has to be.
No, well, coming from you.
I mean, that's pretty cheap, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm cheating on my barber if I go somewhere else. Like if I'm in a pinch, I'm traveling somewhere, I get a haircut, and then I go back and he knows I've had my haircut somewhere else.
You can't go elsewhere.
Yeah.
You can't. So he went traveling, and I was like, well, I don't trust anyone else, so I guess I'm growing my hair. Quite like it though.
It's coming in.
Like it. Yeah,
it's coming in.
Anyway,
James, where you been this weekend?
I travelled to the other end of the country and went to Fife Warboot. I was invited up to Fife Warboot. So Frank, who is part of the Fife Wargaming community, organised a really good event up in Fife.
Fife is in Scotland.
Yeah, it was actually in Dunfermline. So it was actually in Dunfermline, but it's in the Fife area. So it's Fife Wargaming community. So it's kind of the same thing. But yeah. So I was invited up
somewhere in the UK.
Somewhere in the UK, yeah. Lots of train journeys. So I was invited up there to go to the event and do a bit of a class and also get to go to another sort of like boot sale event up there, which was quite good.
I saw a picture from it.
Yeah,
I didn't expect. It was like full whack, like big screen behind you and everything.
The screen
like
was massive.
Cameras.
I had like a 30-foot screen or something. It was crazy. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
never have my Blood Angel's been that big on a wall before.
Yeah, it looked great.
So yeah, no, it's really good. So yeah, that was really, really good. And it's nice to just have a long train journey. Really beautiful, actually, going up on the train. I was going to drive it, but I decided to get the train, and it was actually really nice. And
the thing with the train is fine if you're on your own.
Yeah,
because you can put your headphones in.
I didn't do that.
You're a madman. It's like a 4-hour train journey, isn't it?
Yeah, I was reading a book.
Yeah, you still put your headphones.
To read a book.
Something in to block out.
There was no people shouting in the carriage.
You the luckiest man on the planet, aren't you?
It's not just to block out the people on the carriage.
It's just to focus.
Zone it, lock in.
Anyway,
I can just read a book.
But then anyone even more reason to block the noise out.
I think that's weird having headphones in and not listening to anything. But anyway,
no, you can still put something on. But I normally just do like Apple Music has loads of like focus, like reading type playlists.
No, I just read.
I just do that because then you have the noise cancellation.
I'm a bit old school. I just read.
Have you ever done the thing where you have the book in front of you and then you have the audio book in your ears?
Never in my life.
No, George,
that's mental.
Yeah, that is. Can
we unpack that a little bit?
You're on your own for that one.
Can we unpack that in the post show? Because that's insane.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, but the problem is when I went up to Scotland, I got one. We did it last year and this year. Last year we got the train, and I was like gonna be fine with it. 'Cause, yeah, stick your headphones in, whatever. And I just completely didn't account for the fact that I'm going up with my girlfriend. I'm not gonna be able to just stick my headphones on and ignore everyone.
Unless
So
you have a
then-
mutual understanding that you're each individually going to do that.
Yeah, we kind of. It was still pretty new,
Yeah.
so didn't know if I was at the point where I could be like, look, stick your headphones on. Don't talk to me for 4 hours.
I feel the same way when you get in a flight. Like if you're a
Yeah,
couple and
yeah.
you're going on a flight.
We're
the
very much at that point now.
Yeah.
Like if we're going somewhere together, we can just stick our headphones on if the journey is.
I think that's quite sad. You just don't speak for 4 hours. I think I couldn't do.
I couldn't do that. I've been with my girlfriend like 8 years and we're still at the point where we're like sharing an iPad on a plane, watching like TV.
Yeah. Why have I got to go on a plane to speak to her? I can talk to her anytime, anytime I want. Anyway, so the first time I did it, and then I sat down on the train and I was like, oh no, it's like baby screaming, like all of it. And I was just like, I can't believe I've forgotten about this part of getting on the train. And then the next year I done it, I was like, oh, I'll drive. And similarly though, it is a beautiful drive up there. Like as soon as you get past like Birmingham,
Yeah.
nothing against Birmingham. I'm just saying, nothing against Birmingham. I'm just saying like that part upwards.
To be fair, I
beautiful.
think people from Birmingham would agree.
I'm just saying, like, I'm putting us in that as well. Like
But
driving
George,
through there.
they know. They know.
George, get
They know.
Get the shovel. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just
Like-
saying, once you get past that, because if you go over that way, you go through all like the like past like Lake District and stuff like that. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
So
it
yeah,
was
I
lovely.
concur. It's a beautiful journey.
Did you go on that bridge where the Harry Potter train went?
Yes. No. I was reading, so I don't remember that bit. I remember the big bridge that goes from Edinburgh across to Fireford to Dunfermline. I remember the big bridge. There's a huge red bridge. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember that one. But yeah, no, I don't. I just sit there reading, and things around me don't really bother me, to be honest.
I can't do that much different noise at once. It's like when I'm at work, I have my headphones on and stuff. Like I can't do office noise. I can't do like just noise. Other people. Can't do other people noise, basically.
Our office noise is silence, and that's almost worse.
No,
'Cause everyone's
that's
concentrating.
perfect.
No, it's
That's
good.
perfect. Yeah.
I don't like the silence. It's unnerving.
Well,
Anyway, so you got up there.
So I got up there, and yeah, it was really good. It was the first event that Frank's run, which was fantastic. I've got to say, hats off to him and everyone involved. They've done a really good job. Huge thank you to everyone that was involved with regards to sort of like the technical setup of like the screen and the camera and all that kind of stuff. That was amazing. So yeah, just a huge thanks.
What was you demoing?
It was just like blending. So I was just doing like a short like a blending sort of like demonstration for a couple of hours. That was quite good. And then while I was there as well, I got to judge like a little painting comp, which was quite cool. That was really good. Some amazing entries on that, which was really cool. And the other thing that was obviously good there is that they had like a wargaming boot sale. So they had like a war boot kind of thing, which was really good. And that led me to what I'm going to talk about now, which is I met a lady up there called Aileen Farquhar. She is the mother of Jamie Farquhar, who unfortunately and very sadly passed away. And she had this huge, honestly, the amount of boxes that she had was with like models and like magazines and books and all this kind of thing. And I was completely oblivious to Jamie's passing. I wasn't aware of it, and it was only from speaking with her and finding out more about it that I wanted to obviously like, do something as best I can. So she had, anyone who knows me knows I'm a big fan of like Warhammer magazines and books and White Dwarfs and all this kind of stuff. And she had loads and loads of Jamie's White Dwarfs. So what I wanted to do was essentially add to our library here in the studios for reference for when we like clients ask us for like old projects or color schemes, all this kind of stuff. And I'm a big fan of White Dwarfs. So I bought off of Eileen a load of boxes of old White Dwarfs, all the older ones, not the ones that you're probably familiar with now. A lot of the older ones,
Kind of like the ones behind you.
Yeah, kind of like the ones behind me. If they've got that logo on it, it's kind of like all that kind of era. So and what I am going to be doing as well is I'm also going to be donating to the fundraiser for Jamie as well. It's still ongoing now, even though it was a while ago back that obviously it was launched and everything. But yeah, I wanted to give those White Dwarfs a real pride of place, kind of like in the studio library. And so they get used. And I think Eileen as well was like really keen for them to come to the studio because she knows they're going to get used here and they're obviously going to get looked after and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was a really, really sad thing to hear, obviously Jamie's passing. And if you want to find out more about it, we'll put some links below so you can find out a bit about it. But yeah, so the thing was obviously because I went up on the train, I couldn't bring back like 5 boxes full of white dwarfs. Just physically couldn't carry them all.
Did you bring a couple to read with no headphones? Though?
No, I didn't. No, I had books ready to read.
Okay.
You keep saying white dwarf, and I'm imagining like a clown car, just like full of little.
Yeah, no, definitely. Eileen really kindly got them sent down to us, and they arrived a while back. But yeah, so it's just
got a lot of cataloguing to do.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and organise the whole entire library into numeric order, which is going to be quite a good task, and that should be quite good. But,
We've got hundreds downstairs.
Yeah, there's a lot now. Yeah,
it's like almost all of them. I feel.
Yeah, I'd love to have the whole entire old White Dwarf collection. That's what I'd like to have.
Even right up to new ones, we've had an active subscription, haven't we, in the office for ages. So it's like we've probably got most of them, if not all of them now.
You know, it'd be really funny. You know, when you go into like a retro style like record store, they've got all the records and the turntable with the headphones. We should have that with like the White Dwarf collection, but there's still a table with the headphones. And you just sit there and read your book while like the Warhammer like thematic music plays. In your ears.
Little quest music.
No, I won't be doing that. I'll be doing it sans headphones.
No, we can make a fortune of that. Turn it into like a cafe. They're all the rage now, aren't they? Every record store's got to have a cafe. No, every record store has
really
a cafe.
booming the cafe industry these days.
So you telling me every single record store doesn't have a cafe now?
So it's like a silent disco, but with magazines. Yeah. Basically, that's absolutely mental. That's like honestly, that is absolutely mad.
Like a reading room.
Yeah. I guess it's just a library. George
just invented the library. Excellent.
George just invented the library.
Excellent. Really good work. Thank you.
Top stuff, George.
Yeah, the quality on this podcast is unparalleled, especially, I mean, saying that, the topic that we're about to go into, I don't know if that's going to be much better, but
yeah, other than that, it was a really good weekend, really nice journey and trip, and yeah, it was a great experience and top stuff to Frank for a great event.
Nice. Yeah, we'll put all the links in the description, like you said, if you want to read more about it and see the fundraiser and stuff. Yeah.
Was there anything else we wanted to go over before we get into the topic?
No. We had another tutorial go up. If you missed it.
Oh yeah. So the free one went up. But this is actually on Patreon. This is a 2-parter. So you got the extended version of the original one is on Patreon, and now you've got part 2 is on the Patreon.
I feel like I'm quite bad at explaining in the YouTube tutorial that the video on Patreon isn't the same thing but longer. It's more stuff. It's the whole thing. What you get on YouTube is just part of the video.
Yeah.
There's more steps and paints and
like the perfect example is like normally the Patreon one is the full model, right? But this one was so big we split it into 2. So now it's the full model. I mean, how long are those 2 Patreon videos?
I think the first one's about half an hour and the second one's an hour and 10 minutes or something.
Yeah. So
and it shows you all the steps. Whereas the YouTube version is here's how to paint the green armor,
and that's it.
Yeah.
It's just a little teaser on YouTube. Still valuable, but a little teaser.
Appetizer. I prefer appetizer.
And if you like what you see, you get more of it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I put a lot of work into them, so please watch them. If you're listening to this podcast, then there's no doubt that you're looking to improve your miniature painting skills. And what better place to start than to learn techniques directly from industry professionals with the Siege Studios Patreon. As a member, you'll gain access to our entire catalogue of masterclass video tutorials with exclusive content going far more in depth into painting techniques than you'll find on YouTube, hundreds of easy to follow step-by-step PDF tutorials, and the ability to get dedicated video feedback on your miniatures so you'll always know what skills you need to improve next. Plus, tons of other additional benefits, all bundled for the same cost as just a few pots of paint. So what are you waiting for? Take the next step in miniature painting and improve your skills by heading to patreon.com/Siege Studios. For those of you who haven't seen it, we previously did a £100 miniature painting challenge. This time, we're doing a £50 painting challenge because there was some, as usual with us, some disagreements.
Well,
with the interpretation of the rules. Well, from some individuals.
It wasn't the interpretation of the rules necessarily on my part, because there was one particular thing about that last one where
you forgot primer.
You two stitched me up. I don't know if you remember.
You definitely did not stitch you up.
You did. You said paint was in, like, you didn't need to do paint as part of the list, right?
Yep.
So then I didn't do primer because primer is paint.
Yeah.
And then you did primer and then started trying to tell me that primer wasn't paint. Obviously, the comments were overwhelmingly in agreement with me.
I don't remember that.
He was probably wearing his obituary.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah.
They were overwhelmingly agreeing with me because primer is paint. So I did keep an eye out when these new rules came through just to check if there was going to be anything else that you were wrong about. But there was a...
Well, I've tried to be more thorough with these rules. In fact, I'm going to put them on screen and I'm going to read
James
them.
is the one that bent the rules last time, not me.
He was already trying to bend the rules this morning.
Yeah,
No, excuse me. Just want to clarify. I was checking something.
Yeah, but what you was asking to check implied that you was trying your best.
I found a way around it. I was just checking something. I subbed
Right.
something.
There's one
in.
other thing that I want to clarify because one of the big comments that we had from people last time was the last one. Go and watch it if you haven't already. But like it was £100 challenge to get a full hobby set up, so you're ready to paint something, not including a lamp. I think we said because we're gonna just basically we sell our own lamps and we didn't want to just all pick our own lamp.
Yeah.
Then also we said you'd already have your models, you'd already have your paints. This was based on the rest of the setup. People were outraged that we were suggesting that it was a hobby setup thing without including paint. And it's like, it was just arbitrary. Like, that's just where we drew the line. That's
We
just
made it up.
Yeah, that's just what the challenge was. Like, in our challenge, we're assuming you already have paint. We're not saying this is all you need to buy and you're ready to go.
It was supposed to be a tools and brushes kind of roundup.
Yeah.
More so than anything.
Then people were like, well, you can't do this because I won't have any paint. And it's like, no, we explained that. Like how far do you want us to include your rent in it as well? Like how far
electricity?
Yeah, how far do you want us to go on it? Like a full hobby setup, right? First find a 1-bedroom flat in wherever. Do you know what I mean? Like how far do you want us to go? So we assumed you would have paint in that one. However, in this one,
we've streamlined the brief this time, shall we say? So I'll read the rules out and I'll put them on screen because we've got the audio listeners on Spotify and such. So, £50 hobby challenge. A twist on the £100 challenge episode. You must make a list of all of the tools and paints to build and paint a standard squad of Ultramarines intercessors from start to finish for £50. The list does not need to include the miniatures themselves, but the tools do need to be miniature hobby specific. The paints should also be miniature hobby specific. Primer also needs to be included, as does a palette solution. The only stipulation is free or household materials are at your discretion.
And I just want to...
And within reason.
And I just want to... This is the moment that I just want to say that I've already checked that Blitz and Baking Sheet do come under that household thing because you bake cakes and you clean the kitchen. So they're included.
We'll get to that. You have to have links for your products this time. You can't just find random people selling stuff on eBay, James. Or, I went in B&Q and they had this crazy clearance sale.
Offer that didn't exist.
Just a caveat, that deal coming to end was not my fault, okay? It was in place when I went in there.
It literally wasn't.
Was.
It wasn't.
Okay.
I went there the day that we recorded because I thought, I'll get some. Did not exist.
Well, the long and short of it is you need to clip out your model off the sprue, build it, put it together, clean it all up, prime it, and paint it. And you need all your brushes and all the stuff to do so, bar the model itself.
Yeah.
So, who wants to take lead this time?
I'm quite happy to go.
James is quite. Look at him. He's
James
quite.
said he smashed it.
I think I've hacked this like a samurai lumberjack. All right, okay. I literally know that I've done this. All right, okay.
I'm just gonna let it go.
A samurai lumberjack.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Right.
So you've got the model. Right.
Yep.
It's on the sprue. Step one, obviously, to clip it out. How are you going to clip it out?
So my clippers are in probably my biggest spend. All right, okay. So I'm
starting off with a big spender.
So I'm a big fan of paint. All right. So I went in with a big spend and bought myself the Age of Sigmar paints and tool set. Okay.
Interesting.
For £21.99. Now
that is
the
good.
reasons why specifically
How
I've got that £21.99. The reason why I bought this set over the current 40k one, you get like there's an Infernus one that's out there. You only get a few paints. You do get miniatures though, which is a bonus. But this one, you get a really good selection of paints. Okay. You also get clippers. You also get a mold line remover, and you get a brush as well. So you get I think you get quite a detailed brush as well. So I will be using the clippers from that set to remove said model from sprue, and taking mold lines off
that is
with
good.
mold line remover.
And the mold line remover, that's probably the main reason you got it, right?
I mean, yeah, it's
Quality tool.
Yeah, it's in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's my biggest spend. $21.99.
So you've got it's all in one. There.
All in one, yeah. It's
Okay.
all in one.
We'll come back. We'll circle back to the other stuff that's in there, I guess. So you're clipping it off.
Yeah.
With those, right? Clean up. You need a hobby knife.
I do
need some
need a hobby knife.
sandpaper. All of those gubbins.
Yep.
Where are we going?
So the next one I've gone for is a Swan Morton trim away knife. Okay, that's 74p Stanley blade.
Here's the problem with the Swan Morton trim away knives that are disposable.
Yep.
You're going to get about 4 cuts out of that.
Yep. Which is why I've then bought a pack of Swan Morton No. 2 surgical blades, 25 blades for £1.66.
What are you going to put them on?
That handle. They're the blades that go on that brush.
I don't know. That's like is that the disposable plastic handle?
Yeah, they are.
It is.
You
I'm
can
looking
change.
at it
You
now.
can change
It's
the
a
blade.
bright red. It looks like something you'd use at
You can
school.
change. You can change the blade. It says
You can probably change it once before it snaps in half.
That's all I need for one Space Marine.
75p is the handle.
Yeah, 74.
How much were the blades?
£1.66.
From where?
They are from Pottery Crafts.
How many blades? 5.
25.
25. You're getting 25 blades for a quid.
Oh, sorry, no, beg your pardon. You get
get
5.
5.
You get 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that. Do you know how I know this? Because I buy Swan Morton scalpel
Yeah.
blades. They come in a pack of 5.
So the next thing I'm gonna get is Display 2mm 800 grit sanding sponge, 5 pieces, £1.89.
I think 800 is pretty good. It's got a bit of bite to it without being too aggressive.
Yeah.
800. You go 1,000, too flimsy.
Yep.
That's for your fine polishing.
Right. The next purchase. You know when I want strong glue. Okay. Unfortunately, Mitre Bond did not make the budget. Okay.
What is this website?
Look, desperate times call for desperate measures. All right.
You have to be on the Wayback Machine. There is not a website that looks like that anymore.
It's called Tool Chimp.
Oh my God.
So I went to a website called Tool Chimp.
Where have you found this?
I just searched for really cheap, strong super glue. Okay. And I have ordered some Everbuild industrial super glue, general purpose, 20 grams. So it's quite a decent sized pot for £1.40. That's inclusive of that. Okay.
Inclusive of that. It's just to get
It's a building website.
So if you're ordering from the States, the
Yeah.
shipping will go up, but you won't have to pay
VAT.
VAT. So that'll go down
So
a
you'll
little bit.
save, you'll save yourself a couple of pence. We obviously then need to mount the model to something to undercoat it, don't we? Yeah.
Mhm.
So I went and bought some £2.25 pack of 50 shot glasses. Yeah.
Where'd you get those from?
From Duke's Valley Event Suppliers. So
Yeah. Household name.
yeah. Don't you know Duke's Valley? Like, and then I went to Viking, which is a stationery provider here. It's a massive stationery provider here in the UK, and I bought a pack of blue tack for £1.15, so I can mount said model to said Duke's Valley shot glass.
One thing I will say is because you're shotgunning all over these different places, the shipping is. I know we said we were. The shipping is mounting up here.
I'm just gonna insert this right. So I said. In my little brief here, you must provide links to specific products. And I said, your total does not need to include postage costs, providing they are reasonable.
Yeah.
Now, when you're buying about 6 or 7 items that cost £1 each from different shops,
You're going to be paying about £3 postage each one.
Look, this is just an agenda to try and make my
Oh,
choices. This is just an agenda to make my choices not.
well, James, it's in the rules.
No, sorry.
It's in the rules.
When you buy stuff online, you expect to pay shipping. And anyway, like I've got free shipping.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out
Yeah.
there.
We'll wait and see where you get all your stuff from.
The listeners will decide in the comments.
Well,
Either
I'll
way.
be getting my stuff from shops that people have heard of.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Okay.
And shops that are known for actually sending you the product.
Well, look, I tried to fit everything in the budget, all right? Okay.
As miniature painters, we all know how important it is to have good quality tools, brushes, and paints. But if you want to improve your miniatures, none of those items matter if you can't properly see what it is you're painting in the first place. That's why one of the most important upgrades I've ever made to my miniature painting setup was my Onyx painting lamp from Native Lighting. Its incredibly bright 2200 lumen, dimmable LEDs cast soft and diffuse light on my workspace. Plus, its highly adjustable articulating arm allows me to finally sit in the perfect painting position for hours on end without any aches or strain. And its daylight colour balance temperature of 6500K gives you the confidence that the colours you're painting on your miniatures are true to life and your miniatures will pop on the tabletop. To upgrade your setup to the professional grade equipment that we rely on here at the studio, head to siegestudios.co.uk/shop or check the link in this episode's description. It's blue tacked to a shot glass and you're going to prime it and you're going to prime it with...
Auto Extreme Professional Spray Paint, matte black. £2.46 for a can.
£2.46 for a
Where's
can of
this
spray
from?
paint.
Let's give
It's from
another company a shout out.
Status Home Care. Look, I searched. They got 90 in stock, 96 in stock. I literally
They've got 96 in stock because only 4 people have ever bought them.
Look, I didn't want to come to this test without anything for specific things. So I've made sure that I've covered every base. That's the goal.
I'll give you that.
So it's built, it's put together, it's cleaned up, it's primed.
It's primed courtesy of Status Home Care. Or whatever
Yeah,
it's called. What's it called?
Thank you, Status Home Care. How are you going to paint it, James?
I had to go to the Team U power. All right, okay.
So James is going to get scammed.
I got a £4.21 pack of miniature painting brushes from
21 brushes.
No, not 21. I got a £4.21 pack of brushes.
I thought you said a £4 21 pack of brushes.
Right. How many brushes are there if there's not 21?
Hang on, the link's not working for some reason.
He's already been scammed. He's literally already been scammed.
Why is
Couldn't
it
make
not-
this up.
They've took his money and run.
Hang on.
They took his £4.21 and had it on their toes.
8 brushes in it.
Right. Excellent. I'm just going to, if there's going to be more Temu things, I'm going to categorically say to everyone, please do not buy from Temu. Carry on.
I'll second that.
I'll third that. I've done it purely for the purposes of this challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so you get 8 brushes from a 00 all the way up to a size 10. So
It's at this point that I would like to remind everyone that the merit of this and how you can decide who won is who you think is likely to have the best painted miniature at the end of it, based on the quality of the products.
Yeah. Also,
How do you think, Jane? How just bear in mind, right? The brush, probably the most important part. How do you think James is going to fare?
I
so
would
far?
agree the brush is the most important part.
I'm just going to say, just to throw this in there, that they actually look pretty good in the photos, as in the points.
Yeah.
actually look
You've not had much experience with Temu, have you?
0.
There's
Yeah.
0 chance that what shows
You're
up
not
is
getting
what that
what's
photo
on that
is.
photo.
Okay. Well, either way,
I would just say,
I have a
you
backup.
saying that you'd
I have a
smashed
backup.
it. Hang on, you saying that you'd smashed it and then pulling up multiple links to a website that is a known scam, basically, is insane.
I wasn't aware of that, to be perfectly honest.
You
So,
haven't seen the Squidmar videos?
No.
They're all over the feed,
no,
James.
I've not seen those.
Carry on. What else are we losing our money on?
I have a back. So George will approve of this next one. So
Well, we'll see.
I'm a big fan of barrel drilling, aren't I?
Yeah, I wondered
Yeah.
if this was going to come up.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
So I found a bloke on Gumtree who's selling.
so this is unfortunately another team you purchase. Yeah, okay. But I found a USB powered mini electric drill with drill bits, okay, all right, for £3.95.
Excellent. If you do get it, it won't work. Or
I
you
don't
might
think-
not get it at all.
I don't
Who
think it-
knows?
I don't
It'll be
think-
one of those things where USB is just got printed on the side of it, so they
Yeah.
could get USB in
But
the title.
the thing is, the thing is that
you know, there's really old school drills of a crank.
yeah, I should have got one of those. It doesn't come with a plug, but I thought, well, household item. I've got an iPhone charger. I can use the plug from the iPhone, so that solves that problem.
So how much money has he wasted on TV products that aren't going to show up so far?
It's about £8, I think.
£8. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So
don't,
you spent £8 to get what I'm going to guess is going to be like some sort of decoration for a fish tank.
It's going to be a printout of that picture.
well, anyway, I am going to paint it with brushes. Yeah.
Yeah, one of which did show up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with brush.
Yeah, with
I'm going to paint it with the brushes plural that I've got, and I'm just going to really carefully paint it using the paints that I've got. I'm not going to.
Oh yeah, circle back. We kind of interrupted it a little bit. So with the set that you bought the clippers from,
yeah,
you got a load of paints with that as well.
I've got loads of paints, like literally loads.
Right, go on, dive into that.
So what do you want to know? What paints I've got?
Yeah, what we talking?
I've got Corex White. I've got Abaddon Black, Avalon Sunset, Lead Belcher, Cantor Blue, Corn Red, Rackar Flesh, Retributor Armor, Wire Flesh, Bugman's Glow, Steel Legion Drab, Astro Gannet, which is a technical paint, and also
I'm going to interrupt you.
Earthshade.
Is there blue in there?
Yes,
Cantor Blue.
Cantor Blue, mate.
Are Ultramarines Cantor Blue?
Arguably the better colour to paint Ultramarines, I would say.
Yeah.
Personally.
I thought you was going to vouch for me here, Joe.
No, unfortunately not. My list depends on me having this done.
That's the only reason you've said that, isn't it? I was like, what is he talking about?
That's a very good question.
No, because I could. Well, we'll get to mine and you'll see why.
Yeah, but the thing is,
But I do think Cantor Blue is actually a nicer colour.
well,
If I was going to paint Ultramarines, I'd go Cantor Blue.
Joe might want to paint them with that Cantor Blue. I could quite easily mix in a bit of the Corax White or a bit of the Avalon Sunset to boost the vibrancy of the blue. I could make the blue that I want using those colours.
This is mental. Why didn't you buy the 40k set?
Because it had more paints and it came with clippers and mould line remover.
There's a 40k set that comes with all those things.
Yeah, but it's not. I couldn't get it for the price that I wanted.
All right.
Well, we'll get to that.
I don't know I don't know where you bought yours from, but I bought mine. Yeah, but anyway. So yeah.
Where are you getting this from, by the way? I assume from Element, one of the sponsors of the show, where we have an affiliate link.
No, I got it from the Gaming Vault.
So you went just anywhere other than places.
I couldn't get it for any choice that's cheaper. Literally, I tried to fit everything into the budget. All right, okay. I've gone crazy.
We just done an absolute layup of a sponsor spot.
Yeah.
Look, under normal circumstances, of course, I would use our affiliate link and go to Element.
Let's see how much it actually is on Element quickly. So what is it? The Age of Sigmar.
Age of Sigmar paint and tool set.
It's about £1 more. I think
It's 23.38 from Element.
See, save £2. There you go.
There you
That's why I did it.
That's your you've saved your money on your drill there, or your you stay at home where primer has been paid.
I've literally tried to fit everything into this budget for £50. Right, okay, that's what I've tried to do.
Providing it all turns up, so far you've done that.
We just have to go on the basis that it does turn up, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing to talk about is the fact, obviously, there's one thing in my setup that I have to have, which is obviously the palette. And I couldn't do one of these episodes, these challenges, without visiting my favourite shop, which is TK Maxx. Because I bought a £4.99 Systema Tupperware from TK Maxx.
You can actually do TK Maxx online. I didn't realise that.
Yeah. So I bought it from there. And I'm going to assume, as per the rules, that Blitz and Bacon Sheet are household items. So there is my palette.
I'll allow that.
Yeah, because you can use any, if you wanted to, whatever bacon sheet you've got and whatever
cheap kitchen paper
towel you have as well. Yeah, so I'll allow that as well, I think.
Yes.
I thought he was going to try and say that Tupperware was households, to be fair. So I'm surprised he even picked
I'm surprised he's bought it. I think because he wants a specific one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wants to talk about TK Maxx. He loves it.
So there's two other things on my list. Two other things. I had 90p left over at the end of this, just to explain. So I managed to get all these things in and have 90p, which you can buy a Freddo from 1992 out of, or whatever, when it's cheaper, or several Freddos.
Freddos were like 10p.
You buy 9 of them. There you go. So I bought some paper clips just in case I wanted to pin anything.
It's going for like just in cases.
Yeah. I thought I was going to use the budget. I had money left over. I bought some paper clips. So I got some paper clips.
Where are you getting those from?
Viking. Dual buy.
You back at Viking?
I'm back at Viking, for £1.15. Okay. I think I get free postage for buying that as well, double item. So we'll see. I don't know.
Free postage if you spend £4 or whatever it is.
Potentially, yeah.
I think it's less than that.
Yeah, I think it's potentially less than that. And then I had some budget left over, and I was like, "What do I like using while I'm painting?"
Hang on, you said you had 90p left, and you just spent £1.15 on paper clips.
No, at the end of everything, I had 90p left over,
including the paper clips.
So everything. Once I'd spent all money and bought everything, I had 90p left over.
Right.
Okay?
So these next two things aren't what the 90p went on.
No, these are the last two things that I purchased.
Okay.
Okay. So you asked a question about basing. Okay. All right. I bought.
Doesn't it come with Astrogranite?
It does come with Astrogranite, which is why I'm using the Astrogranite from the set. That's one of the reasons why I bought that set, was the Astrogranite, because I was trying to combine building, cleaning, painting, and everything into one set. which is good.
I thought he was going to try and get some Siege Scenics in there, to be honest.
No,
Yeah.
They're very affordable.
I would love to. I'd love to. I couldn't.
It's turned it into Wayne's World.
I couldn't, unfortunately. The last thing I bought, and it was a bit of a punt. I'll just caveat with this. The reason I asked about eBay is because I found a hairdryer that I wanted. Okay, but obviously because it's secondhand, not allowed to.
He's not getting a hairdryer for 90p, is he?
No, I got it. No, £2. So the last thing.
The mention of the 90p has thrown it off here because I thought he was.
No, I was saying
these things are still within
these things are within there, and you'll see this from my list that gets put into the description of this thingy. So the last thing was a bit of a punt, all right, okay, purely because I went to the other website that potentially you might not get stuff from, which is AliExpress.
Oh my.
Okay, and I bought a Violent Turbo Fan High Speed Brushless Mini Portable Outdoor Wireless Hairdryer for £1.28.
Did you just say wireless hairdryer?
He genuinely said earlier that he'd killed this. He's sending people all over the place. They're going to be spending about 50 quid. They're going to be spending an extra 50 quid on postage.
And not getting the items.
And not getting half of them. It's bizarre. I'm glad we started with that.
£1.28.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks, James.
Yeah.
So in summary, I think I've done quite well.
I think that's about as bad as it could get.
We haven't done our list yet, but I know you've lost.
No.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I think I've done all right.
Right.
And I got a hairdryer in there.
Right. I'm gonna circle back to the rules. Bonus points for creative solutions, money-saving tricks, and picks of exceptional quality.
The paint set. Set is exceptional quality.
The paint
Hang
set
on.
is good idea.
I just want to include this final bit. I'm going to have to censor this, unfortunately, but I explicitly put, try not to take the too much, as we want the list to be of some value for the listeners.
Yeah.
There's value
There's
in there.
one thing of value in there.
No,
It's the paint set.
excuse me. The cheap paper clips of value.
No.
Yeah.
None of that.
Viking is value.
Ordering like tons of different things from 15 different websites is not value to the
Look,
listeners.
okay. I wanted to cover every base. I think I've done okay.
Well, we'll let the listeners
And
decide.
if the teamy brushes don't turn up, I've still got one in the starter set.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give your details to Timu, that's on you, whether you get the brushes or not.
What if I told you can easily take the basing on your miniatures to the next level? Well, now you can with the new basing range from Siege Scenics. Siege Scenics is dedicated to helping you create immersive and realistic environments for your miniatures that feel both alive and dynamic, whether you're setting the stage for your tabletop battle or telling a rich, unfolding story on a competition display. From the lush hues of summer grass to cold alien landscapes, Siege Scenics has you covered with expertly crafted and innovative products that capture the ever-changing beauty of nature and let you bring it straight to your miniatures. To see the full range and upgrade your bases, head to siegescenics.co.uk or check with your local retailer. Right, Joe, as you mentioned yours then, go on, what have you got for us?
Look,
He's going to get his caveats in now.
I'll get my caveats
I had no
in now.
caveats.
I'll get my caveats in now.
You probably could have done with some caveats, to be fair, James.
I would like people to remember when I read this off that it might not be the best list and it might not get you everything that you need, but you will get the things that you order at very least.
You won't get everything.
No, you might not have everything that you need.
Why would you not have everything that you need when the
get
challenge
to it.
clearly
We'll get
states
to it.
everything that you need?
Well, I didn't do that on purpose.
You ran out of money then.
I didn't exactly run out of money either. Well, I overlooked a couple of things.
I had 90p left.
I've got a few quid left, to be fair. My total is £48.57.
All right.
So there is some adjustments that can be made.
Okay. Let's
But
start.
I only clocked the mistakes 5 minutes before recording.
This is spray can part 2.
Well,
Let's start from the beginning, Joe. So I've given you your Space Marine. All right, it's on the sprue.
I will just say, as well, another caveat. I
is
don't know if
going
I get
on?
any. I don't know if I get any more points for this, but I think I'll end up with. Oh, I don't think I will actually. I was going to say I think I'll end up with the most items at the end of it, but I don't think I will because of his one.
Okay.
But anyway,
Right, so I've given you space. Here's a Space Marine.
Yeah.
It's on the sprue. You've got to start out by clipping it off the sprue. What are you going to use to do that?
so my first mistake. I do have clippers, But I was thinking along similar lines to James and probably you, based on what you've said in relation to what James picked. The kind of box sets with a few things in.
Yeah.
I didn't really think to look at, from my memory, I didn't actually know they existed, those Citadel ones, where it's no models, but it's just like paints and some tools.
Yeah, they have two sets. They have the ones that include like 3 models and then a couple of paints and a brush. And then they have ones that's like the paint and tools.
Yeah, so I only thought that the ones with the models existed. So I kind of skipped over Citadel with regards to that. So apologies.
There's other brands that do
There
starter
is other
sets. Army
brands.
Painter do a
They're
starter
actually
set.
more expensive. They're actually more expensive.
Army Painter do a starter set, and they are more expensive. That was the first one I went for. I went for a again, you can probably find it cheaper if you go to one of James's websites, but
But if you wanted to show up, you're going to get it from...
if you want it to show up, you're going to get it from Element, and it's the Wargamers Hobby Toolkit from Army Painter, and that's £24.60. So it's a little bit more.
That's comparable.
Do you get paints in that?
You do not get paints.
You spent 20 quid on tools.
This is a toolkit, so
20 quid of 50 quid budget on tools.
Sorry,
You
24 quid on
you
tools.
are getting 5 gram pot of super glue. Okay,
5 gram.
5G.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot, Joe.
That's not a lot.
Include the gun on.
1 hobby file.
Which,
One
That's
hobby
a metal.
knife.
It's a metal one,
That's
isn't
the
it?
knife covered. Yeah,
brilliant.
with
Did you
a
get
blade,
blades?
handle and blade.
Just one blade.
I think
Well,
you
it's
do
a
get
knife.
spare. No, I think you do get spare in that set.
It's a
All
knife.
right. Okay.
What do you want? Double-ended, like
No.
Darth Maul knife. It's just a blade. It's just a knife with a
Oh, knife.
just a knife with a blade on it. 2 green stuff pieces. Are either of you got any green stuff? You're gonna need green stuff.
I never.
Famously, you need green stuff when you're building your first few models.
Famously.
Famously.
Yeah, everyone loves a bit of gap filling on the
hobby
first model.
drill. So I've got a little drill.
Like a little
So-
pin vice thing?
Yep, with 3 drill bits.
Good luck with that. I've used those drill bits. They don't work.
Yep. And I don't know what this is. I'm assuming that's the clippers actually. Yeah, like a hobby. It says hobby cutter. I'm guessing that's clippers.
Yeah.
And 1 sculpting tool of no real.
value.
Well, no,
Well, you need it for your
it's got
green
value.
stuff, Joe.
No, I'm just saying no real description. Just sculpting tool.
Brilliant.
Just a 1 for all. The problem with that is I thought a brush was in there.
Yep.
I thought that was probably quite an essential tool,
Yep.
but there's no brush in that.
Well done, Joe.
So there will be
Please
no
don't
brush
tell-
in this list.
So last time you got spray paint. This time
No,
you've
last
not
time I
got-
didn't forget spray paint. Last time you added spray paint when you didn't need it.
Okay, so
Last time you wasted budget on
Joe's
spray
finger
paint.
painting his Space Marine.
I did mention finger
How do you
painting.
forget a brush? You
I
had
didn't
50
forget.
quid, Joe.
No, I didn't
You had 50 quid.
I didn't forget.
I'll tell you
thought-
what, when my ones turn up from Team U, I'll give you one. I've got 9 brushes in my list.
I didn't-
9 brushes.
I didn't forget. I didn't forget. I misunderstood. I thought that there was a brush in that box. There is not. However, realistically, probably swap that out, that entire box out for one of the Citadel ones on reflection. On reflection.
On reflection, yeah. So just a caveat, you could say you could have saved almost a whole £1 and gotten all of the stuff you needed if you'd just done your research properly.
And paint.
No, I didn't do my research. I
Well-
misunderstood.
You was led astray. You was
Yeah.
led astray. Yeah.
I got done by marketing. No, I literally just assumed that there was a brush in there and then went to write down the full list of what's
Right,
in there this morning.
let's pretend that that's a reasonable excuse for a minute. I'm willing to
That
live in
is a
that
reasonable
world. I'm willing to live in
excuse.
that world. Why, when your whole budget was £50 to build and paint a Space Marine, were you even considering only using a starter brush from a big kit?
What do you mean?
You've got 50 whole pounds. Why would you not buy a nice brush?
Because I wanted to get all the tools.
But painting is surely more important.
No, we often say building is the most important step.
Yeah, but
don't
not
we?
if you're going to paint
It's
it
your
with...
canvas, George.
Yeah,
It's
but
your
you're painting it with
canvas.
your fingers.
Huh?
Yeah, but not if you're painting it with your fingers.
But I didn't realise that. I didn't realise that at the time, did I? Anyway,
This is mental.
Is
Hang
a
on,
paintbrush
I-
a household item?
I'm getting
No.
stick. Hang on a sec.
I've got paintbrushes at home. Is that a house?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
you
What?
have.
What? Once for doing the wall.
Yeah, just like a
You can paint your marine
I'll
with
use-
a
okay, there we
household
go.
paintbrush.
So
There you
with
go.
a household paintbrush
the
from
big-
your toolbox, you can use the smallest one you've got, preferably.
Yeah, like a 4-inch brush.
Right, yeah. Try and dot in the eyes with that.
So
Sorry, I can't get over this.
well, it's built
I
now,
shop
isn't it?
around. I shop around and get loads of great little purchases.
Look,
If you're new here to the podcast and you're thinking, why am I listening to this? I'm getting no value of it. I promise you my list will have some nice pictures.
Excuse
on
me,
it.
right now I can still paint the model. All right, okay.
I
My
will
list-
well-
you know what, James? On a rare occasion, I'm going to vouch for you
yeah,
here.
Look,
okay.
I haven't. You're just annoyed that I'd said about the Cantor Blue thing. So you're going with him now.
No, the brush has done it.
I think it's understandable. Well, it's not the only thing I've forgotten, so let's keep going. So I'm then gonna also from Element, link in bio. Gonna get a can of Colour Forge
Okay.
to prime my model.
Right.
But I'm going for the Tempest Blue, which is a match to Cantor Blue rather than the McCrag option,
Just a quick
because it's a
question-
nicer colour.
Just a quick question on this, Joe.
Yep.
Colour Forge do an equivalent of McCrag Blue.
I just said that. It's because it's a nicer colour. It's better.
I don't understand why you're buying a Tempest blue can when you can buy the other blue can. It's the same price.
I've said it 4 times. It's a nicer colour.
You prefer the colour.
I prefer the colour.
Okay.
So
Just
I'll-
paint Crimson Fist then.
you told me I had to paint Ultramarine.
And you spat in my face and you picked Cantor Blue.
What? Sorry, where's all these rules come from all of a sudden?
Rules that come from the rules.
Where the rules come from? The rules.
Yeah, but like, it's just a hobby. Do you know what I mean? So if I want to paint my Ultramarines, Cantor Blue, I should have got dark green spray and said, yeah, they're Ultramarines. They're my version of Ultramarines, just to annoy you even more. But I still went blue.
Don't give
And you
in to
should
this.
be-
He knows what he's doing.
I went blue, and you should be thankful.
Right, carry on.
So I've sprayed it now. It's blue.
Brilliant.
Where's your paints, Joe?
I'm going for obviously I'm preparing for a tournament, so I'm going for a three color minimum.
Brilliant. So you've bought 2 paints then, haven't you?
No, I bought a few more than that actually.
Okay.
So I'm then buying some also from Element. I mean, all of this is from Element actually, other than one thing later. So everything from now on until I say is from Element. So you might actually get free shipping.
It's 80 quid.
Okay, ignore that. You could probably still buy, even with the combined shipping, the most expensive brush you can think of and spend less money on my list than on James's list because of all the combined shipping.
But in the rules, if we go back to the rules,
I don't
shipping,
care about the rules.
Well, we've established that.
I'm
yeah.
just saying, look, at the end of the day, the listener cares about the cold, hard cash that they're spending, right? And I reckon...
I'd argue the
you
listener
get-
also cares about getting a finished painted Ultramarine
if you
at the
get
end of it.
exactly, so if you get... Look, let's say we push to 60 quid. What's a tenner between friends? We push to 60. We push to 60 including shipping.
Yeah.
You can get an AO brush, whatever you want, on mine. Get that from Element probably as well. And mine comes in cheaper than James's with all his little shipping at all these different places. So it just depends what way you look at it,
I
really,
love the
doesn't
way
it?
he's trying to wriggle out of it.
So the paints.
Yeah.
We're painting now. I
I'm,
don't know what but we're painting.
I'm speechless. I'm actually
Just
speechless.
wait.
we're
it's going-
painting.
With fingers.
AK acrylic black I went with. I knew that, well, I actually assumed that one of you would probably talk about Vallejo 950, so I thought I'd give a bit of a spin on it. I've been using the AK acrylic black. Really like it. So I'm going to put that
I
in there.
also like the AK Black. That's my replacement for 950 because I don't like the new formula. So once I
Exactly,
run out
yeah.
of old formula, I'll be going AK.
I think
yeah.
it's a really good, if I could give some actual value to the listeners for once on this episode,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I would say it's a solid replacement for the old
Yeah,
950.
I've tried it. It's great.
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
very good. I'm then
Probably
going.
the only good thing you've said so far, actually.
I'm
Come to
then
think of it.
going-
There's your value.
I'm then going. I wanted some gold for the trims and stuff, so I'm going for the Dark Star. I know James is a fan. Dark Star Molten Metals.
They're great.
Braid Gold. also from Element. That's £3.59. It's a bit of an expensive one, but it's good. The Dark Star metals are very good.
That's like easily 10 to 20% of the set that I bought for £21.99.
Yep. Then we're going to use, I've got some Guilliman Flesh contrast to shade the gold.
What contrast paint?
Yeah, to shade the gold.
How expensive is a contrast paint?
£4 and 3p.
You spent £4 on contrast paint and you don't have a brush.
You're acting like I knew I didn't have a brush. I didn't know. I thought I did until we sat down, and I thought out of...
You keep on saying that like we're going to let it go. We're not going to let it go.
Look, I could have, like someone, last minute, changing my list, going to find stuff, da-da-da.
No, the hairdryer was just a punt. That
But I
was
didn't.
literally... I had the budget to just go, I'll give it a go.
I stayed true and honest.
Stay true.
He's been honest. He's been honest.
Yeah.
I could have done this. Yeah, I could have sacked off 2 of the paints, or I could have, while he was doing that, I could have been sitting there typing, going, "I'll sack that off. I'll get that. Oh yeah, I did that paint set as well. I didn't know, did I?
Yeah, frankly, I wasn't going to fact check you. You could have just lied to me and told me there was a brush in the starter set.
Exactly.
No.
And I didn't.
No.
So that's what I'm here
Honest
for.
Joe.
That's what I'm here for.
Not
Guilliman,
painting Joe, but honest Joe.
Not a painter, but an honest gamer.
Guilliman Flesh to shade the gold. Love how that looks over to shade gold.
Yeah.
And obviously one of the best paints on planet Earth, Rhinox hide as well, for some of the little leather bits and stuff like that.
Brilliant. Could use that as a recess shade if you really wanted.
Yeah, and you could also use the black to recess shade the Rhinox hide
Also
areas.
true. Yeah.
And you could use some mixes between all of them to shade. So you could get a nice little tournament ready miniature out of that, provided you have a brush lying around. And
It's all right, Joe. Team you will sort you out.
I've got a recurring, my last thing is a recurring item from my previous list.
Yeah.
Which is my palette, which is just a regular old wall tile. I know you touched on it in your episode with Tommy, and
yep.
I think you both mentioned having used to do that. You can get a sample single tile currently in the UK from Tops Tiles.
Hang on,
Okay.
isn't that shopping around outside of Element?
Yeah, that's the one thing outside of
Okay,
Element. That's what I said.
Most tile
but
shops have samples.
Here you go.
Free
Yes,
postage.
it's an extra thing.
Free
On
postage.
sample tiles, which, by the way, if you get a white one, costs 56p, they offer free postage because they want you to then go and buy and do your full bathroom or whatever.
And when
But they don't know.
and when
You're
it
not going,
arrives-
do they?
They're going to stop that quickly.
Yeah.
When all the listeners are ordering
So-
tiles.
and when it arrives shattered because the postman has chucked it into the back of the van, you'll...
Then you got
your brushes won't even arrive.
They
Then
will.
yours might arrive broken, but at least it's going to get it.
Well,
Hey,
look,
but-
then you've just got loads of little pallets.
Hey, well look, I've got and basing bits as well.
And yeah, exactly. Oh, that's the other thing I don't have.
Oh, Joe. Was that supposed to come in the tool set as well?
No, that one I just forgot about. That one I did. Look, I'm being honest again, and that's what it's all about. Anyway, George.
George, save us, please.
All right. Well, I did understand the assignment, and I did respect the
You
rules.
wrote it.
Hang on a sec. I just want to say.
What do you mean I wrote it? You was
Hang
given
on.
the same brief.
Yeah, but
Hang on a sec.
you clearly wrote your list and then thought,
No, I
right, now how
didn't.
can I write the rules around my list?
Would you like to see the timestamp on my Mac
Hang
on.
when
Can
I
I
wrote
just-
this list?
Hang
No,
on a
I'm
sec.
not
Can I just say, before we go into yours, George, I got everything that was needed. Yeah. Okay. A backup paintbrush in the paint set in case the teamy ones don't arrive, which they will do. Yeah. I have faith. All right. I have every tool, everything that's needed for the process. And I've got basing. Okay. I've got everything.
I think mine, if I could speak just to the listeners for a second, I think when you're commenting on whose list you prefer, I think please consider kind of ethical nature.
Oh,
And,
he's putting
I'm
it
not
to the
sending you
heartstrings
to
now.
I'm not sending you to any dodgy websites where your details are going to get allegedly leaked and things like that. And also sustainability. I'm
He's
going to
trying
fewer
every
places.
angle to
I
wiggle.
just think these are things we need to
I
think
can
of.
still paint. I can
know?
still paint my model without needing to use my fingers.
Joe's greenwashing his hobby list.
Yeah. And actually, paintbrushes are bad for the. I don't know. Can I get away with that?
Look, okay, I'm happy to not win this challenge, but there's no way I'm coming last. I can paint my model. He can't. He can't paint his model.
You're still spending more money if you follow James's list than if you follow mine.
All right,
and buy a brush on
sack the
top,
violent
so-
hairdryer off, as per the description of the name.
Yeah, violent is a bit worrying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to save you. Okay. To start off with, model, got to get off the spree. Well, that's handy because I've got some clippers in my Citadel 40k paints and tools set.
Oh, so it's the 40k version of what James picked.
So what does it? Let's just extrapolate on that a bit.
Let's compare.
What does it come with compared to the one that I've got?
It comes with different paints that are more 40k.
Right.
But it still comes with brush, clippers,
mold
mold
line
line
remover.
remover.
Yeah. So I'm going to use the clipper. We'll circle back to the paints, obviously, when I get to that. But
How much and where from?
it's from Element Games, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And it's £23.38.
Cool.
So it's about just under half the budget. But it's most of the important things, I'd
Yeah.
argue. So
Yeah.
Great minds.
the
George.
one thing that I would like to see Citadel improve on this would be to include some glue, because that tripped me up. When I was making this list, I got to the end and I realised I didn't account for glue because I just sort
Well,
of
if you
assumed
got
it
the
would come
army
in.
paint
Well,
on,
if you
yeah, but I did get brush, Joe. So
if you got the super glue that I got from whatever chimp
don't worry,
website it
James.
was.
Don't worry, James.
Okay.
Don't worry. I've accounted for this. So I'm going to clip out the model with that. All right. Once it's clipped out, got to clean it up. All right. Also from Element, there's just a cheap hobby knife and blade, £2.06. Just one of the silver ones, you know, with the little
Yeah.
blade on it. That'd be
just a
absolutely fine.
classic.
Just
Yeah.
the classic. Now, not the sharp, probably not going to be the sharpest blade in the world. And people know that I advocate for sharp blades. However, we're going to be able to clean it up because I've also got some AK 600 grit sandpaper for £2.69.
Very nice.
Not bad.
I've gone
choice.
for 600 grit because personally, that is, I go for 600 or 1,000. I know you like to split the difference.
Yeah.
The 600 for me is plenty. And once it's sprayed, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You don't notice any texture.
But the 800 is where I got it from is cheaper, and you get more.
Yeah, but
of
I'm
it.
getting mine from Element Games, all from one source, James. And it's going to show up.
That's
Likely.
true, yeah.
So,
I think you have to have more faith in the postal service, George.
okay.
It's not the postal service that's the problem.
To clean it up on your way home from work or whatever, to try and, be a bit more eco-friendly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Fan favourite of the UK, Hobbycraft. We're going to get some super glue from there. Also available online. It's £2.
I think they might actually be selling Warhammer again.
They
They
are,
are selling
they are,
Warhammer.
yeah,
They are selling Warhammer.
Yeah.
My store's got like a little
Little Warhammer.
Yeah,
bit.
Warhammer
definitely
bit
are.
now. Yeah. What do we do after we glued it together? I guess we prime it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going to do 2 in 1 here, because while you're priming it with TT Combat black spray paint,
Okay.
a miniature focused spray paint,
Yeah.
solid pick, I thought. Colourforge stretching the budget just a little bit, but if you've got an
What's
extra
the price? What's the
£9,
price?
Colourforge was £12. So you've got an extra £3, I'd smash.
No, my
but
one was like £10 something.
Yeah.
the matte black, I think, was £12.
Oh, maybe. They know where the money is.
Or you could buy the £2.94 can that I got, which is pretty good.
No, won't be doing that. Also, while you're there, while you're spray painting your model, you're also going to prime your palette, which is some A4 plasticard from Element Games. I'm embracing my Tommy Saul, going
Yeah.
dry palette like you, Joe.
Yeah.
And you're going to spray that, and then it's going to be a matching surface to the miniature.
I've got to give George credit here. He learnt from last time and didn't spend 30 quid on a palette. You got to give him credit.
You bought the proper wet palette last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've got to give him
Yeah.
credit.
I like the
Crazy.
container, Joe. What can I say? What can I say?
Yeah. That
Can't
was
buy the
that was
container for 50 quid.
That was a decision on the last one.
One of the decisions of all time.
Yeah.
So you've primed your model and your palette. You're ready to go with some paints. What are you going to use to paint it with? Well, there is the starter brush. I could have, cheaped out and stretched the budget here, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do the listeners dirty because I wanted my ultramarine to be painted very, very nicely. Joe's going to be painted with his fingers. James is potentially going to be painted
Excuse
if
me.
the brushes show up.
Excuse me. I've got a starter brush in the box as well. Thank you.
That's true. But
Yeah.
I got a Rosemary & Co. Series 33, size 2, for £8.05. Which is also the brush that I would use anyway. So not even compromising.
Yeah.
Not even
It's a
compromising.
bit boring, this list, isn't it? It's all too good.
No, it's
Think-
all right.
It's a bit like,
I rate it. It's fine. I probably
yeah,
would.
whatever, like good for you.
I probably wouldn't.
Do you know what I mean?
I probably wouldn't have gone for the. I would have gone for the 800 instead of the 800 grit. You get
They
more
had
of it,
800 grit.
but it's cheaper. The one I got is cheaper.
Yeah, but AK also do 800 grit, and I'm pretty sure it's the same price. And it's also an Element. So.
Well, yeah. That's I just
Adaptable. My list adaptable.
Yeah.
Do you want
so
this
is
adaptable?
mine.
Yeah,
Brush
consider-
optional.
And then you're going to use your Citadel paints, obviously. So this is the 40k starter set. So we've got McCrag Blue, obviously. All the classics, really, to paint an Ultramarine. I'll list them off. They're not really in the order that I'd like them to be. But Abaddon Black, Corax White, Wraithbone, Nagaroth Knight, you can use as your shade. McCrag Blue, Lead Belcher, Balthasar Gold, Bugman's Glow, Mephiston Red, Thunderhawk Blue, Magos Purple Contrast, if you've got your Infernus Marine with the Flamer, Agrax Earthshade, and Armageddon Dust for the basing.
I'm going to have to pull you up on something here, George, because you don't have gold.
You do not have a gold. How
you
are you
have
painting
you
your
have Balthazar
Ultramarines?
gold, which is bronze. So
Balthasar Gold counts.
that's a bronze, George.
Sorry, I can't change the tint of blue, but you can go for like a brass instead
Well,
of a gold.
actually, if you look on the website and you look at their battle ready recipes and stuff, GW are actually using Balthasar Gold.
Oh, so now you're going battle ready as well. But when I was doing it, it's not. It's frowned
I'm just
upon.
saying,
that's-
GW approved. GW have approved Ultramarine Balthasar Gold trim.
That's
Yeah.
why I went for the Age of Sigmar one, because I got the Retributor armor and I got the Armageddon Dust.
And
But
a
you
nicer
didn't
blue.
get McCrag. I'd argue McCrag Blue for Ultramarines is far more important than the colour of the trim.
Yeah, but I can make it by mixing paints. I can make
It's
it.
mental.
How is it mental? It's perfectly normal to mix paints to make a colour.
Look, why are you trying to hammer the fun out of the hobby all the time?
Yeah.
Like, just let me be creative.
Yeah.
Let me be creative and use Cantor Blue if I want to use Cantor
Yeah,
Blue.
you can mix.
Well,
Didn't get the McCrag Blue, but George, did you?
I did get McCrag
Oh,
Blue.
no, sorry, you didn't get the gold. Didn't get the gold.
No, I'm not having this. Balthasar Gold, if it's good enough for GW, it's good enough for me.
Yeah,
All right.
fair enough. Fair enough.
And I've got like some shades in there. You can mix bits together.
Yep,
yeah.
so have
I've
I.
covered all the bases. And the best part is, all of this comes in at a grand total of £48 and 85p. So you can actually contribute to your postage costs as well.
So mine is the cheapest as well. So if that counts for anything,
Yeah, but you don't
No,
have a
you
brush.
went- No.
mine's the cheapest.
You
It's not
don't
though, is it?
have-
Because once
you-
you had a brush in,
No, but I'm just saying out of the one out of
to
the
quote
bits,
you,
out,
what's a tenner amongst friends?
Yeah.
out of the bits that I've said, mine's the cheapest.
Yeah, but you
So-
can't paint the model. You failed at the exercise.
I'm just saying, like it's £48.57p. My one.
Okay,
So-
mine's the cheapest. I didn't spend any money. I've already got all the tools in my house because I'm a miniature painter.
Well, that's not very in.
That's not in the spirit of the rules,
That's not in the
is it?
spirit of the rules.
I think I need to say no more on my list. I think it's perfect.
I think it's very good. The Balthazar Gold is the only
Yeah,
the
I'm
only
gonna have to
hiccup.
pull you on that one.
The only hiccup.
That's why I looked at both the sets and I was like, well, I get more colours I
think-
can use, and I thought making the blue, as in the McCrag blue, is easier because there's no colours in that in the 40k one that allows you to make the Balthazar look more gold.
If I'm going to be honest, right, you could probably not get the sandpaper or not get the knife, choose which you prefer, and then you've already got like £1.15 left anyway.
I would just
Put
say,
that money towards part of Retributor armor.
I would say
That's fair.
literally George's list, but with James's paint set, is probably the one for me. That's probably
This is
the
insane.
combined list.
You're saying that I should have bought the Age of Sigmar paint set to paint an Ultramarine.
because ultimately the colours that go on the model are what's important.
But the
You're trying
colour's
to-
the wrong colour, James.
Sorry, George. Going by the rules as
Who
written,
says-
going by the rules as written, paint an ultramarine. Ultramarine has gold, not brass.
Yeah, it's also McCrag Blue.
Yeah, I can make McCrag blue for the third time by mixing colours.
Also, just don't make McCrag blue. Just use the Cantor blue because it's nicer.
Where does this come from?
Just a nicer colour.
It's like the fourth time you said that. Where is this coming from?
It's just a nicer colour. Do you think?
That's an
Do you
opinion.
not prefer it?
Yeah, but it's not really the point, is it? I prefer red, being honest, but
Yeah.
Well, if you want to put, he's painted an ultramarine red before on this very podcast.
that's true.
So if you wanted to,
True. We should use that as the caveat of like the sort of man that you're going up against with this list.
yeah.
Look, I think I've done all right. Okay, I think I've done fine. I definitely have not come last in this challenge because I can actually paint the model. Irrelevant of the team you
listeners,
brushes.
The listeners will decide. So
irrelevant of the team you brushes, I still have a starter brush in the set. So I think I'll be all right.
we'll put links below where we can to official sources.
all my links are fine.
we cannot link people to like Temu and stuff
We'll
like that.
we'll put the reputable links.
We'll put link redacted on anything that we deem a bit dodgy.
And decide in the comments. Shame you can't do a poll. Can you do poll in YouTube comments?
Who knows? If you
We
can,
can, do it,
then
we
it's
can do
there.
it on our page. We can do it on the
Community tab.
community tab.
Yeah.
So go to the Siege channel, vote over there.
I'll tell you what though, I am interested in the violent hairdryer. I want to know. I want to know what.
Order one. Let's see how that goes. Let's see if it turns up.
I'll tell you
one,
what,
let's see if
order
works.
it, and then if it shows up, we'll bring it out on the show.
I think if you really want to, like say, prove us wrong, you should order the Temu stuff.
You should order your whole list.
I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to.
James is happy to spend 180 quid on his £50 list
yeah.
and prove us all wrong.
The
You heard it here
shipping,
first.
shipping is not going to come to that much. I reckon probably. What's a tenner among friends? I reckon.
It's more than a tenner. It's going to be like £3.
What episode are we
shot.
on? I reckon by episode 150 it will have shown up.
Yeah,
Maybe,
hopefully.
yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
I'll have painted it with the starter brush by then anyway. So, but you know what, George? At least I would have painted it because you're finger painting your model.
Look, I don't know what to tell you, boys. I didn't forget that I needed a brush. I just thought that there was a brush in the box. Is all I'm saying. I literally said this
I'll tell you
morning,
what,
this was so easy.
He got distracted by the green stuff and the sculpting tool. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
less the lack of brush and more the presence of green
Whose
stuff.
ultramarine's going to look better when like mine's got all custom heraldry and stuff with my green stuff?
Yeah,
You know
yours
what I
will be
mean?
grey and green. So
Yeah.
mine.
Mine would get more likes on Instagram if it's just grey and green. People love that. If it was just grey and green, little ultramarine symbol, everyone would be like, "Oh, that's so good," and then they'd see yours and they'd be like, "Oh, why does he use Balthazar Gold?"
Okay. On that note, I think we'll have to round out the show there. Massive thank you for listening to this week's episode of Paint Perspective. We're going to jump over now to the post show, which is a benefit for our patrons. So if you want to get access to the extended versions of all of these podcasts, this one and previous episodes, check the link in the description down to our Patreon. And in addition, you'll also get access to hundreds of high-quality PDF tutorials, our new video tutorials, which, as we said earlier in the show, are extended format. You get loads of tips and stuff. Loads of other benefits. Check the link down in the description for that. Otherwise, massive thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
I can't comprehend it.
I think on this £22 model kit, I think I'm about 112 quid in.
No, I think that's insane. I genuinely think that's insane.
I'm interested to see if anyone else does this because I've never heard.
Someone
of that
must
before.
have done this.
I think that's mental.